I am not doing the pirate bit again. On today's broadcast, Microsoft discloses a zero-day vulnerability that affects nearly all Windows operating systems. See what you need to do right now to protect your systems from attack. Instream inks a partnership with BAM Advisor Services. Learn why this could be a big deal for the startup wealth management software provider. And cyber attacks scare even the most security-conscious advisors. Find out about a new assessment service that can help defend your business from online attacks. So get ready, FPPad Bits and Bytes begins now. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Winterberg, and thank you for joining me for this week's bone-crushing advisor technology news broadcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Itegria, providers of complete outsourced technology support, security, infrastructure, and IT solutions exclusively for RIAs. In their new book titled Red Flags, you'll learn how to protect your firm from cyber attacks, disasters, and IT compliance risks. Learn more about the Red Flags book by visiting fppad.com/Itegria. This week's top story involves the hot topic of cybersecurity, as Microsoft disclosed a scary vulnerability in nearly every version of Windows on the market. So if you're watching on a Windows machine, you need to pay attention. Mac users, you can go top off your Halloween candy. Okay, the vulnerability allows attackers to exploit Microsoft's object linking and embedding technology, better known as OLE, by sending you a Microsoft Office file with malicious code inside. If you open a document, the attacker can gain access to your account's rights and permissions and can remotely execute code on your computer. The potential for damage isn't all that great if your account has limited permissions, but if your account has administrative rights, then really bad things can happen. Pretty scary, huh? So here's what you need to do right now. First, remind everyone in your business once again never to open suspicious Microsoft Office documents, especially PowerPoint files that are attached to dubious emails. Then, to patch this vulnerability, head over to fppad.com/145 to find the link to Microsoft's security advisory that contains the instructions on how to get the update. Now would also be a good time to make sure you're current on all of your Windows updates. Okay, Mac users, you can come back now because next up is a story from Buckingham Asset Management and BAM Advisor Services, as the joint companies announced the selection of Instream as its wealth management platform for their 370 affiliated advisors. You have to go back to my episodes in January for news on Instream, when the company announced that it would switch from a free plan to one that cost roughly $2,400 a year to use. But under the new strategic partnership, advisors who are part of the BAM Alliance will have full access to the Instream platform for no additional cost. This is a big deal for Instream, as Buckingham Asset Management and BAM Advisor Services collectively manage or administer over $23 billion in assets, making them one of the largest RIAs in the country. So you might want to raise Instream a little bit higher on your radar, as I expect you'll be hearing more from the company regarding new partnerships and financial planning software functionality. And finally, cybersecurity raises its ugly head once again to finish this week's episode. But this time, the news comes from Investment Technology Partners, a cloud IT provider to RIAs. Earlier this week, ITP announced it is now offering IT infrastructure assessments to RIAs to identify ways you can proactively build up your defenses against online attacks. ITP's assessment consists of a pre-visit questionnaire, an on-site inspection, and a post-visit follow-up, all in an effort to help you update your policies and procedures to address cybersecurity risks. Back in episode 129, I told you about the SEC's new cybersecurity initiative and potential for increased enforcement around this area. So if you've been sitting on your hands since then, let this serve as another reminder that you now have a variety of providers you can engage to navigate you through this challenging landscape. In addition to ITP, popular cybersecurity audit providers include Itegria, Envision RIA, External IT, True North Networks, Right Size Solutions, and more. For more information on cybersecurity audits and for details about Google's new Inbox app, encryption best practices, and social media archiving that didn't make this week's broadcast, visit fppad.com/145 for all of the links. Remember, Bits and Bytes exists because of the support of our sponsors, so visit Itegria to learn more about their outsourced technology and IT solutions for RIAs. Check out their newly published Red Flags book and more by visiting fppad.com/Itegria. So I'm curious, what operating system are you using in your business? Take my live poll at fppad.com/145 and choose your answer. Or send me a message on Twitter using @BillWinterberg, or leave a comment on the FPPad YouTube channel. For FPPad.com, I'm Bill Winterberg. See you next time. Because next up is a story from So I'm curious, what operating system are you using in your business? This is spooky. Ah!